Good morning, everyone. This is Gagan Sarkaria logging in from Texas, and I have William and Dr. Kenny here with me today. Welcome, everyone. If you're watching us live or you're going to be watching us on a replay, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everybody, wherever you are. I hope you're having a very happy Friday and a very happy full moon today. And today we are talking about Bazi, and our second session today is about the intelligent star. We talked about the nobleman star last week on our live stream. And if you haven't watched that one, please go and watch it. It will be really fascinating for you to have a session 1 and a session 2 about nobleman star. And now this is about intelligent star on your Bazi chart. But if you don't know what Bazi is one of the Chinese astrology modalities, and we are all certified Chinese metaphysics practitioners, certified in Bazi. So we decided that we should be talking a little bit about Bazi and educating our audience as to what it does and how awesome it is in helping you progress and go to the next level in your life, whether you're trying to seek higher education, or you're trying to educate your children, or you are trying to help your team members or grow in business. Bazi can play a very critical role in helping you elevate your level to the next level of success. It creates abundance. It can help you gain better health. It can help you overcome challenges, and it can help you create abundance and prosperity in your life, career, and relationships. So welcome, William. Welcome, Kenny, to today's live stream. How are you guys doing?
All right, I'm great. Welcome, Kenny. You came back. We missed you last week.
Yeah,
Glad to be back.
and Kenny's been all over the world. He's been traveling. He went to Switzerland, right, Kenny? How was that?
Yeah, it was beautiful. It was summer, so it was beautiful weather. I went to Zurich and also Geneva as well. So it was a great break with some of my friends. Yeah.
William, have you been to Switzerland before?
Yes, I did. That was
I love it.
I think I went twice. I couldn't remember which year, but I went twice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been to Switzerland twice too, so it's gorgeous. I maybe I can retire there one day. Who
I like the
knows?
snow mountain. I
Uh,
went to Zermatt. I went to a few places. Very beautiful.
Nice. It's a good way to travel and learn the energies of different places to figure out eventually where would you like to plant your flag and then settle down eventually, right? A vacation home in Switzerland and a vacation home in India and a vacation home in Dubai. Not bad. Singapore is on the bucket list too. All right. So today, what you guys have to share with me about Intelligent Star. So before you guys show your slides, I want to tell everybody on the audience, where do you get your Bazi chart? So if you guys go to my website, gagansarkaria.com, on the resources page, you can actually scan this QR code and go to the website, or you could type in gagansarkaria.com on your browser. Under resources, you will find Bazi resources. You can do the calculator, put in your information, which is your name and date of birth and time of birth, and you can have your Bazi chart plotted. And as you watch us talk about intelligent star, it'll be very beneficial to identify what it is and where do you find it and what do you do with it. So Kenny, I'm going to give you the mic today because we missed you last week. So we're going to start with you today. So walk us through your slides and tell us, what is Intelligent Star?
Okay, maybe before Kenny going to start now, because he need to start, get the ball rolling later, because as what I said, we missed him last week. So I'm going to sabo him to start the whole thing. But before we let him start the whole thing, because I think this morning we actually chit chatting, because I'm with different time zone. Okay, so I was chit chatting with Kenny. We are talking about, hey, what is intelligence star in fact? So we go and search through our Bazi chart, and do
Uh-huh.
you realize that both of us, we don't have this intelligence star in our natal chart,
Yeah.
and yet I know Kenny, he himself, he got his PhD. So people were saying, hey, you don't have you have a PhD, okay, but you don't have intelligent star in your data chart. What does it mean? Does it mean intelligent star is not important? Right, Kenny?
Well, I think it was a surprise to me as well that I said like, oh, I don't have it, right? And I have done all this, and then William and I would just look back and say that probably we have actually utilized some of the intelligent star along the way, not within
Mm-hmm.
our natal chart, probably during our luck cycle, the year, or one of the year that the intelligent star has appeared, and I might have accidentally used it before I learned metaphysics. So and I was telling William that today we're going to share a little bit more that if you don't have it in a natal chart, you can still utilize it. This star, this auxiliary star, and yeah, and yes, it was a very good conversation that we had. And we look back, and I look back. Back then, I have not studied Chinese metaphysics when I was, doing my PhD and my
Mm-hmm.
masters and so on. So when I look back, I said, okay, I might have actually utilized some of the stars that have come along the way,
Correct.
and I said, William, let's share this um, in our sharing today, right? Because if you don't have it, it doesn't mean that you don't have it in your natal chart. Doesn't mean that you don't have it. So there are other ways that you can still harness that star, and you can
Yeah,
still utilize it in some
I,
other ways. Yes.
I agree with both of you that if it's not there, we either accidentally or subconsciously activated the star's power and the blessings on our lives. I also don't have an intelligent star on my natal Bazi chart. You guys told me that too. And I'm like, but I know what my intelligent star is. I am conscious of it, but I also know that throughout my life, I've surrounded myself with or attracted people in my life, whether they were colleagues or mentors or teachers or friends or now consultants who have my intelligent star. So I'm very excited to hear what you guys have to share today to the audience because, as parents, as business owners, as career professionals, we do want to activate and harness the powers of intelligent star and nobleman star so that we can make our life easier, so that it's not always struggle and challenges and a crisis mode in our lives. So intelligent star is an important one to activate for sure, for yourself and your children for sure. So can you walk us through what you have to share?
Great. Now let's since that you call me Dr. Chong, I'm gonna go a little bit academic here. So let me just give you some definition of what
Mhm.
actually the intelligent star in terms from the Bazi perspective, right? So intelligent star is actually, you can call it talent star, you can call it academic star, depends on the context that you're looking at. Basically, it actually an auxiliary star represent intellect, wisdom, creativity, and learning abilities, right? So it's not just about academic, it's about multiple things it represent, right? Now, we will talk it through a little bit more in terms of what does it mean when it falls into different parts of your bazi. So if it is present in your bazi, basically in your natal chart or your luck pillar, then it actually indicated that during that particular time, there will be some potential for intellectual pursuit, academic achievement, creative talent. It can be, problem solving and knowledge acquisition. Like what Gagan have mentioned, if you are a parent, you probably want to look at where this stuff for your children, so you can actually activate it. You can actually put a little bit more efforts in order to help them to grow, and help them to use their intellectual pursuit and so on and so forth. Now, for career professional, the intellectuals, the intelligent star can also beneficial in terms of career. For example, you might want to use that particular time to pursue your study. Say you want to become a master, you want to do your PhD. You can also do research, writing, or any kind of job that is related to intellectual work, for example, right? And any kind of career that allows you to use your critical thinking and problem solving abilities and so on and so forth. So in overall, the intelligence star can be found in your Bazi chart, whether it's your natal chart and or in the annual, the natal chart, or in the annual, or what we call the year month pillars and the luck pillars as well. We will go through that shortly.
Kenny, I want to add something here from the intelligence star perspective, but as an employer or as an HR professional or as a manager who is responsible for other employees' performance. So, intelligence star, do you believe and think that can also help people manage and empower their team members that they're responsible for so that they can improve their skills or critical thinking skills or have better achievements or accomplishments in their professional development plan?
Yeah, that's absolutely, Gagan. For example, if I know that one of my staff is on, say, have a luck cycle, going through a luck cycle of intelligence star, have an intelligence star in the luck cycle. During that
Yeah.
period of time, the person, the employee or your subordinates would want to learn more, would probably want to pursue, want to do academic work, or want to do a writing or research and so on and so forth. We can then use that period of time to help the employee to plan the development plan or support them in terms of their development needs and so on and so forth. So we can actually use the intelligence star to help employees from that perspective, because
Good.
during that period of time they might want to pursue some knowledge. They want to get into intellectual work, for example, strategic thinking, and so on and so forth. So it's not just about study, but they probably will become a little bit more creative. They have better learning abilities, and also motivated to learn something, for example. So we can take the opportunity to help them, to groom them, and it's actually quite good tools then, I would say, that for managers to use to align some of the things that they want to learn. I think absolutely, Gagan, you're correct.
I love the fact that they are self-motivated at that time when they're going through their cycle where the intelligence star is either there or has now come because of the right timing. It's all about aligning yourself to the right timing to add the right energy and then have the right action in there. That's how you create success for yourself. That's how you redefine and redesign your destiny. And I want to tell the audience that these stars are there for your guidance and your level of progress. But if you don't take action, you don't do anything with these, they're not going to do it for you. So that decisive action taking capacity and willingness is important and required. So thank you, Kenny, for sharing that. So this is quite exciting that it's not only because some people will say, I don't want to go get another degree. I think I'm done. So this doesn't work for me. Yes, it does, because it allows you to change your talents. It's like their frequency and the vibration of your talents and skill sets increases. So if it increases, you have the possibility to do more, create more, and be more. So why wouldn't you take advantage of it? That's
Exactly.
the right time.
Exactly.
Okay.
Gagan.
Good. Okay.
Right. So let's kickstart with, how do you find your intelligence star in your natal chart? So as you can see from the screen, you will see that in terms of the year pillar, if you look at it, so for this particular person, it has the intelligence star is actually Si, or we call it the snake. The sign is Si, and in the year pillar. So what does it mean when it is actually appeared in your year pillar? Now, the presence of the intelligence star in the year pillar indicate that your network, your friends, will benefit from your intellectual capabilities. So you might want to actually use these capabilities, take action of sharing your knowledge or learning from others in the same time. This will be the energy that you have, that you will be actually beneficial from your network, and from your network or from your friends, for example. Now, obviously, in 八字, when you have an intelligence star in your year pillar, it also represents early years, generally your heritage or your family background. Sometimes it also indicated that your family or your background values a lot of education or intellectual growth. You will actually spend a lot of time in an environment where you will study, you will learn, you will have an intellectual abilities. So generally, if people have intelligence star in the year pillar, you will have a stimulating environment in terms of learning and nurturing your intellectual abilities. So that is what it means. So that you can find it in the year pillar. Now, if you don't have it in your year pillar, possibility you will also have it, you can have it in your month pillar. The intelligence star can also appear in your month pillar, like it's shown in the screen now. For example, for this particular person, the intelligence star is actually yin or tiger. As you can see, it's actually appeared in the month pillar, right? So month pillar is actually associated with career and working environment. So the presence of the intelligence star in this particular pillar indicate your professional life will benefit from intellectual capabilities, right? So you likely will excel in careers that require strategic thinking, that allow you to think, that gives you the opportunity to continue to have continuous learning. Your colleagues or your superior would also recognize you from the intellectual contribution, for example. So when you have an intelligence star in the month pillar, it might indicate that you would like career that allows you to think, allow you to solve problem, for example, and have the continuous learning abilities. So that is the overall in terms of having the intelligence star in the month pillar. Right, so now let's go to the day pillar, right? So if you do not have it in the year, you don't have it in the month of your natal chart, then there is a possibility you might have it in your day pillar. Like for example, for this particular person, is Yo. Yo is actually rooster. So if it's indicated in the screen, this person actually has an intelligence star on the day pillar. Now, as you all know, day pillar governs yourself and your personal relationship. So having an intelligence star in the day pillar signified that you are naturally intelligent and you possess a learning mind. You're likely to be self-motivated to pursue knowledge. You have a deep interest in terms of intellectual and creativity activities, for example. It also actually affect your personal relationship as well, because you probably tend to bring wisdom and insight to your personal interaction with people. So having the intelligence star in the day is actually quite fascinating as well, because you tend to be a lot more self-motivated in learning. So yeah, as Gagan, what you have mentioned earlier, right? It's the self-motivation of, again, if you have this in your chart, but if you don't take any action, then you will not gain any of the benefits of it. Yeah. So
Question, Kenny, for you.
yes.
As we know that this day pillar, that this animal sign represents spouse as well.
Yeah.
So does it mean that your spouse is intelligent and smart?
You can say that, yes, because I think it affects relationship. You can say that you probably prefer your spouse to be an intelligent person as well. So I think it's a two-way thing.
Yeah,
You probably would choose. You probably would want to settle down. You want to marry somebody that would also bring you wisdom and have the same kind of intellectual conversation, for example.
correct.
So
Yes.
yes, yeah.
I
So
think the
that
intellectual stimulation is required from the spouse to be satisfied for this person who has the intelligence star on their day pillar. So they not
yeah.
only that they are intellectually smart or want to be involved in that dialogue, but they expect that the right partner that they will be seeking should be able to have a good head on their shoulders.
That's true. Gaga. Yes,
But what
good
if,
question,
what
William.
if, what if this is a guy? I mean, for example, okay, for example,
Uh-huh.
then the wife is intelligent, is the intelligent star. So
Mm.
the wife is much intelligent than him. So how will he feel? Will he feel inferior? Or will he feel, oh, it's good. My wife is more intelligent than me. I'm fine with it. What do you think?
That's a self-worth issue, Kenny.
Uh, I think William, that is a mindset thing as well. I think if let's say this is a man, right? If the wife is more intelligent, for example, that is a mindset things, right? Then I would actually benefit from my wife being able to help this person, right? Be able to benefiting from that relationship. That hey, you know what? In certain areas of, like, say, career or any kind of intellectual pursuit, we can actually ask the wife, hey, what do you think, right? What is your view on that? You can benefit from it. So yeah, I think it's a mindset thing.
I don't
Yeah.
mind my wife smarter than me.
Oh, that is so sweet.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
nice.
yeah. Okay, let's go to the last pillar, which is the hour pillar in the natal chart. Now, the hour pillar obviously governs your aspiration, your ambition, your children, your future potential, for example. So, an intelligent star in the hour pillar indicate, obviously, in the later years, you might actually um, looking for intellectual growth or creative achievement. So let's say, for example, you are at the age of retirement, you might want to actually use your knowledge and your skills to contribute to the society. For example, from a children perspective, it may indicate that your children inherit some intellectual traits that can excel academically, for example. And from the aspiration perspective, having the intelligence star in the hour pillar also means that you have a long-term goals related to learning and intellectual accomplishment. So, for example, in this particular chart that I have shown your screen, this person has the zi, which is the red, located in the hour pillar. It means that he, in terms of aspiration, children, and future potential, there will be potential of using the intelligence star energy, for example. Yeah.
That is fantastic, Kenny. This is really it reminds me of my corporate America days when I used to do talent development. I wish I had all of this knowledge back then. We used to use different modalities and platforms, like from corporate America style of like learning and development and talent development. But I find this more fascinating, because it's very personal, to the point, and resonates with the people who are open to it. I started my Chinese metaphysics journey when I was in corporate America. And I used to do like, this was like a covert affairs for me to figure out like what makes them tick. Like, how can they be motivated? How can they go to the next level because they've been teaching the same course for 10 years and now they're bored? How can I excite them to actually add more to their classroom and their students. So this is fascinating, the fact that people who have it, they're born with the intelligence star on their native chart. How can they harness the power easier? It's not that it's there, so it just automatically does the work. It's like you have a stronger affinity with your intelligence star and you should take advantage of it, whether it's from your perspective, your spouse's perspective, your perspective, or your career perspective, employee's perspective. I want to add, I would like to hire people who have an intelligence star in their hour pillar, or in their
Yeah,
day pillar, which will make
true.
my life easier, right? So if they have it in their day pillar, their intelligence star, that'll be fascinating, because then I don't have to repeat myself 100 times. I'm just kidding. But I think it can be used in that perspective, correct, Kenny?
Yes, yes, it can be used in that perspective, Gagan. I remember having a client asking me, saying that, why am I suddenly so, why am I suddenly so eager to learn something, right? And then when I look at his natal chart, it has it has an intelligence sign in the hour pillar, which is also
Mhm.
represent his older days, because he's
Correct.
already retired. Say that, hey Kenny, when I was younger, I don't have this kind of motivation, but why now, right? So and then you notice that, hey, in the hour pillar you have an intelligence star,
Yeah.
and chances are that you want to share your knowledge. So you do not want, yes, you're retired, you're stopped working, but you might want
Hmm.
to actually pick up something that you can share your knowledge, because that motivation has comes in. So I think that this chart will be this knowing this the Chinese metaphysics, and knowing where the intelligent star can definitely help, like as you mentioned, in corporate as well. Let's say, for example, if a person has an intelligence star in the month pillar, the person will want to do more intellectual work, strategic thinking, and and he or she might actually make certain decision to help out, to make certain decision to help up to make career decision at the end of the day. Yeah.
We have a live viewer who just posted a comment, so I wanted to share it with everybody that they are
Okay.
enjoying the session and the intelligence star information. So thank you, Jake, for your information and your comment here. That's very encouraging to us. Let's keep going and just keep talking about intelligence star, because I want to share this. I have 3 academic degrees and maybe 7 or 8 certifications, and I do not have an intelligence star on my natal Bazi chart. But there's a big but. How to harness it, whether you did it subconsciously, accidentally, or just because you were in tune with the cosmic energies, I activated it during my personal nobleman and intelligence star years, and younger ages. So I want to share this, that my belief is that once you activate the power of a particular star, you don't lose it. If you keep it and you then work on it, you harness that power with you. It's like, you won a lottery and you get to keep the rewards, just because next year you didn't win, you have to give it back. No, it's not like that. It's like winning a lottery right here. The universe blessed you with something, you embraced it, you learned it, you went with it, you worked towards it, and then you get to keep it. It's the blessing of the intelligent star. So thank you, Kenny. I think I want to bring in William now to talk about the next session, the next part of the session. Where else do we see the intelligent star? Kenny, you talked about that, what happens when it's on the year pillar, the month pillar, the day pillar, and the hour pillar, the actual natal 4 pillars on the Bazi chart. And for those of you who don't know where to plot your Bazi chart, you can go to gagansarkaria.com/resources. And if you scroll down, you'll be able to find the Bazi calculator. That will help you plot your personal chart and see if you have the intelligence star or not. So welcome, William. Take us to the next session.
Okay.
Over to you,
Thank you,
William.
Gagan. Thank you, Kenny.
Thank you,
Okay.
Kenny.
You see, apparently you realize that three of us, we don't have the intelligent star in our natal chart, right? So, yeah. So by looking at the luck pillar, okay, let me go to the next slide. So you can see for this example, this person is going through a luck pillar of the intelligent star. So you can see that it's a monkey. So this person, exactly, the luck pillar is having a monkey luck pillar, and at the same time is the intelligent star. That means this person will have a whole full 10 years of intelligent star with him or her. So how wonderful is this person having this star? Then during these 10 years, you can actually learn a lot of things or become wiser, or even she can pursue any extra academic. See, so these are the things people can do. Likewise for myself, okay, when I first started in this Chinese metaphysics, it happened to be in my so-called the 10 years luck cycle of the intelligent star.
Wow.
Because my intelligent star is rooster. So my previous luck cycle is a rooster 10 years. So I learned my Chinese metaphysics during this 10 years luck cycle.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So it's something is very interesting that we can pick up something, okay, extra, rather than whether it is, be it your daily routine, daily work. There are things that you want to learn along the way. It will just come in, and then this intelligent star will actually guide you along and help you.
And it's interesting to know that, William, that you can activate the power for the whole 10-year cycle. And even if, like for this chart that we're looking at, the luck pillar is from 2024, like this year, for the next 10 years. What if you figured this out at the tail end of your 10-year cycle? It really doesn't matter. As long as you are able to see it, activate it, and do something with it, you are in the right zone of embracing that skill set and supercharging your learning. It's like, you come from a different career background. Kenny comes from a different career background. I come from a different career background. But adding a new skill set that you are attracted to, you want to learn, you are motivated, and now you have the right resources in front of you, the right mentors, the right schools, the right academic pursuits. It just makes your learning easier and faster and more exciting. That's what I think is the kicker here, because people think that, I just have to go back to school again. Not necessarily. It's just your openness is like, it's like, your Wi-Fi. Okay, something is not right. Hold on. I think my camera just went. Oh. Hey, Tiny, scan me.
You're fine, Gagan. Your camera's
Okay, you
fine.
can hear me. Okay, all right. So just wanted to make sure. So continue, William. Thank you.
Okay. So as what Gagan mentioned, what if really you couldn't find in your 10-year luck cycle? Okay. Or as what Kenny mentioned, he's this intelligent star in the 10 years luck cycle is during his age of 90 plus years old. Can you imagine? So you couldn't be, he has to
Yes.
wait until 90
Can you
plus then you start
imagine?
to activate this intelligent star, right, Kenny?
Yes. Can you imagine that my intelligent star, the rabbit, will only appear when I'm 95 years old? I mean, like, I couldn't wait until then. That is, what can I learn during that time?
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. So
Yeah.
no FOMO. Okay, don't worry. Okay, because you can find intelligent star in the annual pillar as well. Annual pillar. So let me go to
Yes.
the next slide. So that means you see, for this particular person, okay, the intelligence star is in the annual pillar, though it's last year, because 2023 is the rabbit year, last year. So that's to say that every 12 years, the intelligence star will come in. Like this person, the rabbit will repeat in the next 12 years, right? And you'll keep on repeating. So that's to say that during this 1 year period of time, okay, uh, make use of this intelligence star, and you can actually learn whatever thing you want to learn, and you will be able to actually pick up faster and easier. So annual pillar, something you still can work on, not to worry about it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true, William. I actually pick up a new skill, which is Chinese metaphysics, during the annual pillar. So for me, similarly, my annual pillar, my intelligence star is actually the Mao, which is rabbit. So last year was a rabbit year. So it's actually also the year where I have the intelligence star and I pick up Chinese metaphysics and Bazi and so on. So yeah, I don't have it in my natal chart, and I can't wait for my luck pillar to come, which is 95 years old. So I, I use I use the annual pillar. Yeah, welcome back, Gagan.
I know. I remember we were talking about the intelligence star and how you kind of supercharged it last year because that's when it came in. But to wait for 95 years, that's a little too much of a wait to be wiser. I mean, I think by that time you're automatically wiser, whether you did
Yeah,
something in life or not.
and William and I were talking. I said, like, you know what, William, my luck cycle intelligence star is at 95 years old. So from 95 to 105. I said, okay. I said, unless we have a completely new technology that I can learn something during that time, open for that challenge.
Open for that challenge, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, not to worry. If really the intelligence star is not appearing in the natal chart or in the 10 years luck cycle, or like Kenny, or we're too far away, or even in the annual period, like for example, this particular chart is last year. Wow, you got to wait for another 11 years for the rabbit to happen again, right? So there's another way you can find is in the month. Okay, this particular month, which is say it fall into that this year, because every year there are 12 animal signs actually assigned to the month every month. Okay, either you call it annual month pillar or you call it yearly month pillar. It's the same. There's to say that in every month there's an animal sign attached to it. Every month, right? So let me have my pointer so that I can actually draw a bit. Okay, so you can see that this is uh, oops, pardon me, I go too fast. Okay. So you can see this is a little bit small. Okay, just bear with me. This is the month of May. Month of May. So apparently the
Correct.
month of May for this particular person is having an intelligence star. Yeah. So imagine just like Gagan, your intelligence star is horse, right? So in the
Yes.
month of June, uh, which is this month, okay,
Yeah.
current month, is your intelligence star.
Yeah.
Okay. So you'll be very intelligent this month.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And no wonder we started doing our live streams to activate it and actually
Yes.
harness the power of intelligence stars.
Yes,
So
yes, yes.
that's fascinating to me because it's the motivation that comes during June, and people start to go on vacation mindset. Especially if you are parents and you have little kids or older kids still living with you. The cycle, the academic cycle here in the United States is like semester based, or schools are also semester based. So summer here is June, July, and half of August, where schools are closed, colleges are closed. So parents go on vacation, you have camps, you've got other things. I have realized that I wait for summer because I can do more. I can activate the power of my intelligence star, and I create things over the summer periods kind of more easily. And I love the fact that now it's validated that June is my intelligent month. So
Yeah.
I can do better things in June.
Yes. Oh,
Yes, yes.
put your
So
turbo
Gagan, you
charge,
make
right?
sure
Turbo
that you
charge.
plan. Yeah, you
I'm
make sure
sorry.
that you plan all the creative activities. You might want to solve problem on this particular month, or you want
Yeah,
to actually launch any education and learning programs,
correct.
or any kind of personal development. This will be your good month, the
Yeah,
month of the horse, where your
the month.
intelligence starts.
Yeah,
Exactly. So you see, we can find our intelligence star in every month actually. Depending on which animal sign you belongs to, you have the intelligence star. So it's okay. So every year you still can find in the particular month to have this so-called supercharge your intelligence.
correct.
Right. Correct. But there's one small little things I want to add on. Okay, I want to add on in case, because you see, while we are talking about all this intelligence star, whether in natal chart or in a year, month, day, hour, as well as luck, and then annual pillar, and this month. But there's one small little information you might need to know as well along the way, that your this intelligence star, okay, in terms of 八字, this terminology, it might be actually combined away or it could be clash away. Because when we part, these are animal signs. So animal sign, we have combination, or we have a clash, we have harm, we have a destruction, we have all this. So this all this terminology in the parts, okay, will actually make your this particular intelligence star weaken somehow or even strengthen, depends on how it goes. So in order to know all this in detail, whether your intelligence star in the particular month, or whether is it affecting your this natal chart, whether is it being so-called clash away or weaken or strengthen, okay, I guess this will be a big topic to talk about. We cannot talk anything during this short period of time. Yeah.
That's correct. There are so many other variables in reading somebody's chart and guiding them, like what would be their next step, whether it's the next step for the particular year that we're talking about, or the decade cycle, or we're just looking at the whole big picture of their natal chart. That requires a Bazi consultation. So people who are interested in understanding how to activate and how to tap into the energies of the right time, guys, please go to our website for services if you're interested in doing a Bazi reading with Dr. Kenny Chong or William or myself. We'll be more than happy to help. So that activation is very important. And I like the combinations and the clashes and the destructions and the harms. So that comes into play even for the intelligent star, correct?
Actually, that includes nobleman star as well. It's just that we didn't mention last week. So actually, in fact, all these stars, whether it's an intelligent star or nobleman star, it could be clash away or combined away or even added in or increased, weakened, whatever.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So thank you so much, guys, for sharing. I loved our topic today. And for the audience, please, we have a Telegram channel. I would love for you guys to come and hang out with us. Kenny, William is there. William is actually doing an amazing job telling everybody on a daily basis how to tap into the power of Chiman and do daily manifestations. We've got a good group going on. Scan this QR code, hang out with us, ask us questions. We'll be more than happy to help. It's called the Abundance Manifestation Challenge. We've got all the soulful consultants in there, and I've got a surprise coming up. Hopefully, if not next week, but the week after. You all know I've got our third soulful consultant, Armin from Armenia. He's a numerology specialist and a Chinese metaphysics practitioner. I've got another big surprise coming up, so stay tuned. Until next time, this is Gagan Sarkaria signing off with William and Kenny from Dubai. So thank you, guys. Thank you very much for hanging out with us. Enjoy. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye-bye.
Bye.